So Charlie Kirk was found dead. Apparently someone shot him, and I mean, as much as I hate Charlie Kirk, I'm not gonna celebrate that. I mean, he was an awful person. He taught awful... He was a horrible debater and everything, but at the end of the day, he was still a person. And Charlie Kirk did not deserve death. As a matter of fact, Charlie Kirk only deserved re-education. And that's my stance on Charlie Kirk's death.
With Charlie Kirk sadly passing away, it makes my point what I'm about to say very clear. The Democrats are trying to divide this country even further than it was. I've seen more rest and piss comments and is the gun okay comments than I have prayers for Charlie Kirk. Regardless of your political beliefs, you shouldn't wish death upon anybody. We have the party of love and peace saying that they want this man to die and suffer. And it's heartbreaking to wish this upon anybody. Prayers for Charlie Kirk and his family.
Basically, I heard a loud bang, which I figured a shot would be a little bit louder, but I just saw it hit him in the chest, and then all of a sudden just tons of blood where his heart is, and then he fell over and slumped down, and everybody got down and was screaming, and then we all ran.
Can you describe did he appear to be moving afterward or what?
Not at all. I personally believe he was dead on impact.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't really want to do this, but I think you guys need to see the kind of people that we're dealing with.
Charlie Kirk got shit. We need more of that shit.
There's more. Wow. Going straight for the physical appearance like they always do. But, sadly, there's more. Wow. These are loving people, aren't they? Keeps going.
Can't believe you all are acting like you're shocked. Let me show you my shocked face of what happened today.
Lovely people, aren't they? Let's go on.
This is Trump's fault. It is 100% Trump's fault.
Didn't see that one coming. That's wild. Let's move on.
Charlie Kirk, I do not care. And to everyone saying that he had a family, I actually don't care.
Lovely people, aren't they? This is what we're dealing with. And honestly, I only posted a portion of the ones that I saw, because I'm sure you get the point. And I'm sure you've already known this. I just wanted to post a quick reminder, because I feel like there's something going on here right now. Good versus evil. Been saying it for a long time and it keeps getting worse. In my opinion, they're just throwing it in our faces now. They're not even trying to hide how evil they are. I'm pissed. I'm sure you're pissed, as you should be. We cannot let this keep happening.
Hello guys, welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while and there's a lot that has been happening, especially in the background and also to my mentals. Top on that, something like this happened. The topic that we are going to discuss today, which is so sensitive and it's not something that we can take lightly. For the longest in my channel, we've been talking about the Trump administration, the conservatives, and how sometimes they have voted for something that is biting them back, and how maybe these people somehow they do so because they hate the left, or I don't know, the left said to them this and they did not listen. You know, the F around find out moment. For the longest we've done that. And it's always been about sharing opinions. We've had different speakers, a bunch of opinions. We've discussed about that, what we agree on, what we disagree on. There has been nothing that has been concerning. I would say maybe it would have led to something diverse or something tragic or fatal, like what happened on September 10th. That day, I remember I was just not online the whole day, and then the time that I turn on my Wi-Fi onto the internet, all the socials is just oh my god, Charlie's gone, pray for Charlie or something like that, he's been shot. And then I went ahead and just saw the video, and it was not even hidden, bro. It was there. Saw the video. I'm telling you, I've not recovered from that. And as a person, let me say this, Charlie is known to be a conservative influencer. That is no lie. But looking at Charlie's content and looking at what Charlie was doing for the longest, he started his company at 18 years, and right now it passed when he was 31 years. The fact that he's been existing for that long, 18 to 31 years, doing the same thing that he's been doing for that long, it tells you that the longevity in the game, there must be something, even though you don't disagree with what he's pushing. And it's not like Charlie is even that radical Republican or radical conservative. It's just like someone who is debating points with people. when you don't disagree, he opens up a platform or a door for you to go and debate him. He's been going on around campus and high school and just sharing his ideas and also listening to young people and just trying to reason out. This is the point where I come to now. You've listened to the previous speakers, some from the left, some from the right, and some people from the left actually disagreeing with the act. Like, it isn't a cool thing to shut someone down just because of their opinions. It has left me confused, as well as other people. Like, how are people going to articulate their points or their thinking, their ideas, if these ideas do not coincide or do not reflect the beliefs of other people? Like, how are you going to articulate that if the response is always to turn on to violence? Just to think of it, I've been watching Charlie's content when I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning or things like that, just to see how young people articulate their points, how they reason, and how Charlie takes them. You know, Charlie's slightly older than I am and slightly older than the Gen Z is debating within high school or college, and we get different perspectives. It's just like a parent or an older sibling debating with a younger sibling, and you get perspectives of these two people. After listening to that, you will reflect and somehow you gain some kind of knowledge of just how to approach different people in public, like people who differ from you. You know how maybe you carry on these talks, and this has been going for the longest. Our parents have been having differing opinions between each other, the neighbors, with the town council, just people like that, but they would sit down and debate and end the debate just in a peaceful manner, not in a tragic way that happened here. But there is a lot to unpack in this video. I just don't want to talk. I just want us to continue listening to these wild opinions, then we'll share our thoughts about what these people are saying, how people took this incident, and what has happened, because there's a lot. Today is September 13th as I shoot this video, and this happened 10th. There's a lot. Trust me, a lot has happened. This video I think is going to be long, but hey, stick around. Let's listen.
Many Republicans on social media and on Fox News are now declaring war on Democrats and anybody that disagrees with them, advocating for rounding people up and arresting them in the wake of the shooting of Charlie Kirk and, of course, his subsequent passing. Now, before we even get into any clips of people like Jesse Waters saying that there needs to be some kind of revenge against Democrats for the shooting, I just want to start by saying that this is absolutely tragic. What happened to Charlie Kirk is heartbreaking. As you folks know, I have plenty of disagreements with Charlie Kirk, but now is not the time for politics. This is not left or right or center. It's nothing like that. This is a man who is leaving behind 2 little kids, a wife who loves him, and for that, I am heartbroken, and of course, neither Charlie Kirk nor his family deserve this. So I wanted to start by saying that because in these clips, you'll see a lack of humanity, and I'm asking, where is our humanity? So I'm going to display it, even if the Republicans and many of them on social media won't. But let's just start here with Jesse Waters, who went on this tirade following the shooting of Charlie Kirk, and it's just abhorrent. You have to see it for yourself to believe that it's real, but he actually said this live on Fox News. Take a look.
This hits differently because Charlie was one of us, and Trump gets hit in the ear. Charlie gets shot dead. They came after Kavanaugh with a rifle to his neighborhood. They went after Musk's cars. They just shot 2 Jews outside the embassy. Think about it. Scalise got shot, barely survived. It's happening. You got trans shooters. You got riots in LA. They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. And what are we going to do about it? How much political violence are we going to tolerate? And that's the question we're just going to have to ask ourselves. Now, Charlie would want us to put as much pressure on these people as possible. Dana nailed it. This is unacceptable and has to stop. And it has to stop now. And everybody's accountable. And we're watching what they're saying on television and who's saying what. The politicians, the media, and all these rats out there. This can never happen again. It ends now. Greg's right again. This is a turning point, and we know which direction we're going.
Incredibly inflammatory and incredibly irresponsible. Like, I appreciate the message from Jesse Waters saying, like, this is unacceptable, it can't happen again. But you heard throughout his speech there, he kept saying they. They are at war with us. They are committing political violence. Who's they? We can only assume that he means, of course, the Democrats, people that disagree with him. It's the left, in his view, is at war with them. Quote, they are at war with us, whether we want to accept it or not. They are at war with us, and what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? What an incredibly irresponsible thing to say from somebody on America's most watched news network. As I mentioned at the beginning, this is not left or right. This is not the left is at war with the right or the right is at the war.
We have some insane breaking news as liberals all over the country are still doubling down on the fact that it was okay for Charlie Kirk to get murdered by another liberal because he was quote unquote racist. Now, of course, they're pointing out the fact that Charlie Kirk would talk about race issues as well as other issues. And therefore, because he would just talk about race issues, that means he's automatically racist. Because according to liberals, if you do talk about race relations or what's going on with race in this country, and they disagree with what you say, you're automatically considered a white supremacist. The problem there is when you keep that narrative going, then they unalive somebody and can cheer for it, all based on information that's not even true. And it's not like they're going to check and see if he's actually a racist. They're just going to say it over and over again to try to make this guy look like the villain, when in fact, all he was doing was opening a dialogue. There are going to be so many more of us now opening dialogues to talk about all these issues. And of course, we're going to be attacked as well. And I'm going to keep holding my mic in my hand until somebody shoots me in the head and I drop the mic. And if that's what you want to do to me, come and fucking get me.
Guys, as you've listened there, we've got perspective from two different sides. I ain't gonna lie, bro, when this thing happened, I just knew. And it's sad how people make this thing political when it's a national issue. For the longest, again, I'll repeat, I've said, the role of the president in the country is always to unite the people, and it's to unite around 48% of the liberals and 52% of the Republicans, or vice versa, or even 50-50, because the country is largely divided. And it's divided based on so many things that are happening. And it's a moment like this that it brings even more division. Especially when now some people are even saying that this incident happened and it indicates that you cannot bring a sword to a gunfight. It means that some people now are gonna bring guns to a gunfight, where now when one gunshot goes, it will be a reply with another gunshot. But hey, let's retract, because so many people are quick to judge that this incident was spewed by the left or a liberal did this thing, and maybe even some doing a racial profiling. That is very wrong, and I'm gonna disapprove it in a few. Let's also go back to what has been happening on social media, because it's really vile according to me, and I even spoke the other day. According to my moral values, I don't celebrate people's death, however bad they were, or however bad the takes were. I won't celebrate someone's death. That is not being human at all. Never. There have been videos of people saying left is losing it, and even you've seen some speakers in this video, like people really celebrating the loss of a life. And something that is really bad was that Charlie was with the family, wife, 2 kids, very young, and also the parents. And people would say that, oh, Charlie was supporting the genocide in Gaza where kids were being killed. Some even went ahead and said something dirty like the daughters deserve to grow without the father's influence or ideology. I'm like, what, bro, what? I mean, kids deserve to grow with their fathers. Yes, Charlie's kids deserve to grow with their father, as well as the kids in Gaza deserve to grow with their parents and fathers and mothers, and also a good environment. Taking Charlie out of the equation is just one person out of maybe millions of people who believe in a certain ideology. Taking one person out of that, it doesn't change anything. In fact, taking Charlie out of the equation is creating millions of Charlies who are gonna stand up. So every time you tell me you're gonna take this person out, take this person out. And it's been a trend. Obviously, in this channel, we've been discussing about Donald Trump doing this, and we don't agree with what Donald Trump is doing. And when Donald Trump went missing like for a week, you remember how people were celebrating that Donald Trump may have. And I told you, bro, my moral stance does not allow that. Same applies here. Have you guys watched that video and you're telling me you're celebrating, bro? Have we lost humanity? Are we still humans? Even if it's your worst enemy, imagine just seeing that. It's horrific, it's gothic. And the fact that social media is allowing that, especially what makes it worse is Twitter and Reddit. Man, imagine just that being shoved to your face. I didn't search for that. I just opened Twitter and saw that. Imagine how that takes a toll to someone's mental, even if you're not politically inclined. It's just gothic. People are quick to judge that because it's a conservative influence that was taken out, probably assassinated. People say it's someone from the liberal movement or someone from the left. And it seems like Many people on social media implied that. But the fact that the suspect was arrested and it comes from a family that would say is a conservative family, although they have never posted anything conservative or, Trump affiliated, is except for the suspect himself, or even the suspect himself never posted that he supported the MAGA movement or the Trump administration. It's only two photos, or one. It is one for Halloween where he's used Trump's image, of course, to incriminate, where it's like standing on Trump. It's like Trump has carried him, which is not like a good message. And that T-shirt which has written Trump, I think 2017, that's the only evidence that you would say his family has been conservative. So it's been a quiet family, mother who has been helping the needy who are disabled, and a father who has been serving in law enforcement, and pretty much a Christian family. And people brought in race aspects, saying that, well, it's a male white shooter coming from a conservative family. So they twist this narrative again, say that they're shooting their own, and then they are saying it's from the left. So previously it was also people from the left defending them. Like, it's just effed up. Some people saying this person is trans, but it's not. He was not trans, of course. That casing that was written TRS or TNS, I think that is from a manufacturer. I don't think that it means yours. But some of those cartridges were written something like, stop the fascists, catch that. If you find this, you gay. It's so childish, man. Imagine taking someone's life and then writing messages like that. Good for the father to obviously turn the kid in. And it's obviously difficult also for this father. Imagine raising a kid well and then they do something like this and then they return home. I mean, it's also difficult for them, but hey, it's good that there is closure to Charlie's family and friends, especially to the young widow. It's good that there is closure and that the person has been found. And also high time to see that how social media can influence a case, either positively or negatively. I would say mostly social media has been doing negatively. There are suspects that have been following social media people or social media accounts tracing. I don't know, someone who sang a song that Charlie did at 31. They were saying that this is the shooter, and because they were trans, and they were saying this is the shooter, it has to be this one. He matches the description. Some people using AI to enhance the image and comparing with this person and saying the other one. And it's not the first time that this happened. Remember the Boston Marathon and how Reddit went investigating that. This time round, I think it is 4chan which brought about this evidence. Just hearing it from 4chan, obviously you would say, like, we can't take this shit seriously. I mean, it helps with the lead. Glad that at least there's closure, someone has been found. But going forward, I think we need to act human. We need to be humans, even though we have different ideologies. Imagine if we just accepted everything that someone said. Imagine saying something that you know is right and other people saying something that is wrong, because there are many. Imagine fearing to say what is right just because you know you'll be silenced. And the fact that the ironical thing is that this person says stop the fascist, and I think fascism means, like, obviously stopping someone from speaking their mind. So I mean, at this point with the fascists, so I mean, there's something wrong. Totally wrong. I hope this person is going to be interrogated and they find out why he did that. And to me, I feel like this is something coordinated. I don't think it's only that person. I think some people knew, and some people who celebrated that and they were in that meeting need to be investigated somehow. I think it's so coordinated. There were even tweets and messages of people saying Charlie's coming to Utah University and something interesting is going to happen. There's a lot that has been said on the internet. These people, I think, need to be investigated. If you are doing this kind of content or debates, man, I think it's high time now to reflect on it. Don't stop, but just reflect on it. Your security matters. I think it's high time now to beef security, especially to people who do this, and just any form of public speaking, especially something that is gonna ruffle feathers. Something has to change. And it's now at this point that I ask myself, is the Second Amendment overshadowing the First Amendment, or is the First Amendment triggering the use of Second Amendment? There is a lot. Should there be gun control rules? Immediately after the event of Charlie, there was also a school shooting in Colorado, which is also devastating. This 16-year-old, pupils, like, 4 people, and 2 die, 1 critical condition, and he shot himself, taken to hospital but died. The system needs to do a checkup. Maybe, I don't know, how can we do gun control in schools? What can we do? Should we have people from the military to be turned into teachers? Maybe say like 3 or 4 people. Then when emergency like this happen, when we are waiting for first responders, these people can also do that. I don't know, just thinking about that, like, can something like that happen? It's crazy how we have a lot of shootings, but hey, the topic of today, man, like, I don't think it's something. It's shameful to see people celebrating this thing on social media. And there are repercussions for these celebrations, because I'm seeing there's someone who has created a website who is doing account for people who are losing jobs because of their celebrations on social media. And I think right now it's around 300 people who are losing jobs just because of moving with the emotions. And there's been a lot of emotional movement. I think we need to cut back a little bit, sit back, reflect on this subject before addressing it. Journalists from big companies who cannot even wait for confirmation that this person has passed, or just wait for some time before giving their text. They just do it like it's nothing. I don't know. Guys, I know most of you are gonna disagree with my opinions. I know. And I'll allow you, because that's exactly what I'm saying in this video. If you do disagree, or you have even more opinions on how we can tackle this gun thing, and what do you think about this Charlie situation, please don't be shy to comment. If you disagree, please do so respectfully. We can all agree to disagree. Also, don't forget to go and check people who are being featured in this discussion. Their usernames have been embedded in Stitch videos as always. Go on to their TikToks, follow them, like their videos. For this channel, make sure you hit a huge thumbs up button. Consider subscribing, turn on post notifications so that you may not miss my next upload. Stay safe out there. Danny, signing out. Peace.